We've got a slight problem that Darren Henry is trapped outside because Insulate Britain have blocked the access to the House. This is totally unacceptable. This is interfering with democracy. This is not what should happen. And it is a tragedy that those constituents are not going to be represented by the member for Broxtowe. So what I would ask is for the Minister to answer the question. I don't know who's got it.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for that. And it's slightly ironic, is it not, that this question is about cycling and walking and how we can decarbonise, whilst I'm sure those people outside have got decent intentions, the way they're going about their business is completely unacceptable, and we need to continue in this House. So I can happily update the House that my department is investing an unprecedented £2 billion in active travel over the course of this Parliament, and this is the biggest boost for walking and cycling. Mr. Speaker, my colleague for Broxtowe would have had a supplementary, and I know he wanted to talk about areas in his constituency, because, Mr. Speaker, that's all he ever does. And he wanted to talk about mini Hollands and the way they can change people's behaviour when it came to cycling, and wanted to mention the town of Stapleford. And I just wanted to say that we have, it's in our gear change manifesto for cycling, you could say, and expressions of interest have been received from more than 30 local authorities for building these schemes. So they are remarkably popular, including from Nottinghamshire County Council. And we're working on a list to progress to the next stage to receive feasibility studying in the next financial year.
Mr. Speaker, and I do appreciate your understanding when I was blocked getting into the House earlier today by the protesters. The Prime Minister, thankfully, came to Broxtowe to announce gear change last year, which was £2 billion worth of cycling and walking funding. And I think that does indicate that active travel is really at the heart of the government's agenda. But I have a town called Stapleford in Broxtowe, and they have put in an expression of interest for something that sounds fantastic called Mini Hollands. Could the Minister please explain what the scheme is all about and how the process will work?
He already has, but don't worry.
I'll try and amend my answer from earlier, Mr. Speaker, and I'm very pleased to see my honourable friend in his place, as he should be, representing his constituents from the Tarquins in the world outside. Now, I can honestly say to the honourable gentleman that the gear change document is an extremely important document, and it has a whole host of pledges that we would like to see. Mini Hollands are one of them. Where they've been introduced before, Waltham Forest in London is a very good example of this. We're getting towards nearly 50% of all journeys taken within the area being taken by active travel. A massive change in how people go about their business, and indeed massive acceptance by communities that might have been sceptical about them beforehand. They are really valuable schemes.